Making nicks, making nicks. Seems like all we do is make nicks around here. This is my little bin for catching joiner leavings. It works pretty well. Here we're leveling frets, so I've taped them off. I marked them with a Sharpie, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of Sharpie I can see through here, and these are pretty well cleaned. So I've got some 320 self-adhesive paper on the bottom of this. This is just a standard aluminum tube. It's 2 inches by 1 inch by 1/8 thick, and it's dead flat. This stuff, aluminum extrusions are one of the flattest pieces you'll find off the shelf anywhere. So it makes a great sanding board, and it's pretty light too. So if you wanted to just take a touch off, you could just move it back and forth and just get the slightest of action from the sandpaper. And then if you want to get a little more aggressive, you can put 2 hands on it. But what I like to do is stand directly above it, and keep in mind that the neck has a radius. So I roll the bar across the neck as I'm going from side to side, and I pay a little more attention to the ends, because the center always gets traveled upon twice and the ends get it once. And I just take little 3 or 4 inch swipes at it. And then keep checking. And I don't apply a lot of pressure, just a little bit. Right now I'm not really applying any, just the weight of the sanding bar. If you start pushing on it, really cranking, what you'll do is deflect the neck. You'll push the neck, and then you won't accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, which is an absolutely level fretboard from end to end. Well, not absolutely level, because at the end we're going to take these last 5 or 6 frets and we're going to create a little dive on it. I'll show you all about that. This is a bit of a tedious process. You don't want to rush it. Get yourself a nice cup of coffee. That's good stuff. Now this is the Starbucks Plus coffee. I'll sit down here so we can chat it up. It's the Starbucks Plus coffee. It's got more caffeine in it. They say twice the caffeine, so it's like 2 cups of coffee. And that's been working pretty well for me. You just can't overdo it. I'm just working this back and forth. And again, I just go with 320. I've seen other people, you know, they start with 800, then they go to 600, then they go to 320. For my process and for the results that I've found that work for me, 320 is a good grit to start with. It's aggressive enough where it actually cuts, but it's not so aggressive that it's leaving big scratches in the material that can't be filed or buffed out later. And you can see the neck will start to tell you a story by where all the leavings are. You can see this one was higher, right? Which means the neck was actually a little bit lower at this point, right? And then same thing on the end. It looks like the frets dive off a bit. And this is normal. It's just the way it happens. Sometimes it ends up perfectly flat, sometimes not. But what you want to do is get it so that this marker goes away. Any little bits of black go away. We'll just keep going at it until that happens. And you know, on the end, I'm not so worried about it, because on the end, it's its own special thing. And we want those last 5 or 6 frets to fall off a little bit. So that way, when you're playing up around the 12th, 13th, and 14th frets, you'll be less likely to get any buzz or for those things to choke out on you. But that's typically the way folks do it, is they get those last ones to fall off a little bit. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling on this. Once I get this level and there's no more black spots on it, then I'm gonna mark it again with the marker. I'll just go across and hit the tops with a marker, and then I'll crown the frets, recrown the frets with a crowning file, and I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, people, have a great day.